Thought 5, within infinity. On a brighter note, nothing brings me greater joy than thinking about watching people chasing their own infinities and all the new experiences such variants would create. I don't know when it will be possible, but I hope it's during my lifetime that we learn how to create our own worlds and become gods of our own reality. Whether it be through cultivation of immortal arts or a supercomputer able to hold trillions of micro-realities, nothing would bring me more joy than to literally do anything I can think of. If I ever got bored, I would curse myself to forget I have no limits until a condition is met. If you are wondering how I started pondering infinity in such a way, it was because of two, specifically one webtoon. The first one that sparked my thinking is called Apotheosis, which is a tale about a boy who wants to gain enough power to save his sister, but every time he reaches his goal he realizes there is a larger world than he thought there was. Semi-spoiler. He goes on to find out his world is the creation of someone else, and that person's world is the creation of someone else, and he goes on to create his own worlds and form relationships with beings from his own world and from greater worlds. He has different experiences in different places because of his strengths and weaknesses. It was not finished, but it got me thinking about how if he was strong enough, he could have all experiences within infinity. The enjoyment I got from thinking about the possibilities made me search for a similar story. Then I came across Marshall Peak. It is my least favorite of the two, because it was more about reacting as opposed to taking action, but it is great nonetheless. It holds the concept of infinity I was yearning for, and it has an obscene amount of chapters that allow for more ideas within infinity. Spoiler, instead of building worlds, he inherited a portable mini-world that allowed him to learn how to build his own. Then when he was able to cultivate his own world, he fused it with the inherited worlds and the worlds he created, and became op until the author introduced enough stuff that made thousands of worlds in your belly mean nothing on the power scale. And, ever since I started reading those two webtoons, I have not stopped thinking about infinity and all the things it holds. Those two stories were just based on Chinese cultivation, so they were slightly limited in their ideas, but theoretically the characters could have gone to a superhero, a magic, or even a modern world, and that would have triggered lots of events that would differ drastically from their stories. At first I thought I wanted to read stories involving infinity and all it holds, but then I realized I only want to read them because I do not know how to have the experiences myself. I want to fly standing on a sword or experience betrayal or redemption or love or hate. The state of the world we are in is too limiting. If you experience slightly too much of something, it's possible you will never experience something again. But I imagine a world where every person has the ability to experience anything from raising 60 kids in the middle of Manhattan to killing dragons with Arthur and Merlin in Camelot. Shoot, if not everyone, at least me. Send me an immortal scripture if you have one.